Imagine you're alone in your car, driving through a dark, desolate road at night. The world outside is shrouded in an inky blackness, broken intermittently by the fleeting glow of your headlights. The road is empty, save for your lone vehicle, a solitary beacon in the vast, enveloping darkness. You can hear the steady hum of the engine as it cuts through the silence. It's a comforting sound, a constant reminder of your connection to the world beyond the shadows. Every so often, the soft rustle of leaves reaches your ears, a whispering chorus carried by the night breeze. It's a subtle reminder of the unseen world that exists just beyond your vision. And then there's the radio, its low, haunting melody filling the car. The familiar tunes are warped into something eerie by the solitude and the night. In the pitch black, your only companions are fear and the unknown. Suddenly, a figure appears in the road ahead. A shiver races down your spine as your eyes strain to make out the silhouette that has materialized from the darkness. It's an eerie sight, an unidentified figure standing dead center in the middle of the deserted road. The moonlight barely illuminates it, casting an uncanny shadow that dances in the cool night breeze. The figure is still, unnaturally so, like a statue in the heart of a forgotten graveyard. Is it a man, a woman, or something far more sinister? The question hangs heavy in the air, thick with a sense of foreboding. Your heart thuds in your chest, a wild drum echoing in the silence of the car. The figure is growing larger, closer, as your car continues to barrel down the road. A decision must be made, a choice in a split second that could mean the difference between life and death. With a quick, decisive jerk of the steering wheel, you swerve. The tires squeal in protest, fighting against the sudden change in direction. But it's too late for second thoughts. The world outside the car blurs into a whirl of shadows and moonlight. The figure is gone from sight, replaced by the empty road and the chilling unknown. The car steadies, the tires humming against the asphalt once more. Your heart rate begins to slow, but the adrenaline still courses through your veins. You dare to glance in the rear-view mirror, expecting to see the figure standing in the road behind you, but there's nothing. As you glance in the rear-view mirror, the figure is gone, vanished into thin air. The road behind you is empty, devoid of any signs of the figure that had stood there just moments ago. It's as if it was never there at all, a phantom born from the darkest corners of your mind. Or was it? The question lingers, a chilling reminder of the encounter that will haunt you for the rest of the drive. The radio, your only source of comfort, starts acting up. The soothing melodies that once filled the car begin to distort. The once familiar tunes twist into a cacophony of static. It's like the radio is struggling, trying to reach out from across an immeasurable distance. Suddenly, the static begins to take on a rhythm, a pattern. It's not just random noise, it's a broadcast, an eerie signal from an unknown station. The comforting hum of the radio that was once your companion on this lonely drive now feels like an alien presence, an intruder in your car. The static subsides, replaced by a voice that doesn't belong. The voice is not human, it's distorted, it's cold, it's unsettling. It speaks in an unknown language, a language that you can't understand, yet it feels as if it's communicating something important, something urgent. The voice grows louder, more insistent. It's as if whatever or whoever it is, it's trying to warn you, caution you. But against what? The road ahead is empty, the night quiet, yet the voice persists, its urgency increasing, its message growing more frantic. And then, as suddenly as it started, it stops. The radio falls silent, leaving you alone with your thoughts, the empty road, and a sense of impending dread. The soothing melodies are gone, replaced by an echoing silence. The comfort of the radio has been replaced by a chilling fear. Out of nowhere, a hitchhiker appears on the side of the road. The figure stands, wrapped in a cloak of shadows, only the vaguest outlines of their form discernible in the dim glimmer of your headlights. The hitchhiker's face is obscured, but there's something about their posture, their stillness, that sparks a strange sense of familiarity in you. It's like an echo of a dream, or a half-forgotten memory that sends a shiver down your spine. The hitchhiker makes no move to flag you down, but their presence alone is a silent plea. It's as if they've been waiting, just for you, on this lonely stretch of road. You could pull over, offer them a ride, but something deep within you, a primal instinct perhaps, urges you to keep going, to leave the figure behind in the rearview mirror. You grip the steering wheel tighter, heart pounding in your chest, and press the pedal a little harder. The figure grows smaller in the rearview mirror until they are just a small speck of darkness swallowed by the night. You feel a strange sense of relief, but it's a hollow victory. There's a gnawing feeling in your gut, a vague discomfort that refuses to go away. The car's engine hums a lullaby, the rhythm of the road sings you a haunting melody, but your mind is far from at ease. You replay the encounter over and over in your mind, and each time the sense of familiarity grows stronger. The figure, the posture, the eerie stillness, it all starts to come together, like pieces of a puzzle falling into place. Then comes the chilling realization. The hitchhiker, that silent figure wrapped in shadows, bore an uncanny resemblance to the figure you'd encountered earlier. The same eerie stillness, the same vague outlines, the same cloak of shadows. The realization hits you like a cold wave, raising goosebumps on your skin. As you drive away, a chilling realization hits. The hitchhiker looked identical to the figure earlier. Your cell phone rings, breaking the eerie silence. It's a jarring sound that cuts through the quiet, making your heart skip a beat. You glance at the screen, and an unknown number flashes back at you. It's an oddity, an anomaly in the monotony of the long drive. Curiosity peaks, and you decide to answer, pressing the cold device to your ear. On the other end of the line, a voice crackles through the static. It's distant and distorted, as if the person is calling from another time, another place entirely. The voice is urgent, desperate even, and it issues a warning. Turn back, it implores. Turn back now. The warning reverberates in your mind, echoing through the hollow spaces of your thoughts. Why should you turn back? What danger lies ahead? The voice doesn't answer these questions. Instead, it repeats its warning, growing more frantic with each utterance. Turn back now! You can hear the fear in the voice, a primal terror that sends shivers down your spine. It's a fear that speaks of unspeakable horrors, of dangers lurking just out of sight. It's a fear you can't ignore. But you're on a desolate road, in the dead of the night, with nothing but shadows for company. You try to question the voice to get more information, but it doesn't respond. It only repeats its warning, each repetition more desperate than the last. The voice is pleading now, begging you to heed its words, but why? What could be so horrifying that it warrants such a warning? You're about to ask again when the line goes dead. The voice is gone, replaced by an ominous silence. You're left with more questions than answers, your mind a whirl of confusion and fear. The unknown number disappears from your screen, as if it was never there. The call ends abruptly, leaving you with a bone-chilling feeling. The silence is once again your only companion, an unwelcome reminder of your isolation. But now it's tainted with the echo of the haunting phone call, the desperate warning, and the unknown terror that lies ahead. Hours pass, but the road seems to stretch on forever. The night sky is an unchanging blanket of darkness, the stars are static, and the moon doesn't travel its usual arc. The highway is endless, a monotonous ribbon of asphalt that refuses to yield any sign of destination. Imagine being trapped in a loop, a nightmarish cycle where time and space lose their meaning. The road, once a symbol of freedom and adventure, now becomes a prison, a purgatory. The world outside the car is untouched by the passing of time. The same old trees, the same old rocks, the same old road signs, over and over again. The minutes turn into hours, the hours turn into an eternity. The journey becomes a relentless march towards an unknown end. The car's engine hums with a steady rhythm, the only indication of movement, the only sign that time is indeed passing. But the scenery doesn't change, the road doesn't turn, the destination never gets any closer. Desperation creeps in, a cold dread that gnaws at the edges of reason. The mind starts to play tricks. Did that tree look the same as the one a mile back? Was that the same deer that crossed the road an hour ago? The lines of reality blur. The familiar becomes unfamiliar, the mundane becomes eerie. The road never ends, it simply goes on, a cruel illusion of freedom. The car is moving, the wheels are turning, but there's no progress, no escape. It's a twisted paradox, a journey without a destination, a road that leads nowhere. And then, a chilling realization. The rearview mirror reveals a constant presence. The Phantom Hitchhiker, an uninvited passenger, is still there. No matter how far you drive, no matter how fast you go, he remains at the same distance. Always there. Always watching. In the rearview mirror, the hitchhiker is still there, always at the same distance. The road that never ends is not just a path, it's a haunting, a specter of a journey that promises only dread and despair. In a final act of desperation, you decide to confront your fears. The night's eerie spectacle has been unrelenting, each twist and turn more horrifying than the last. But now, it's time for a showdown. You've had enough of the relentless torment. Your heart pounds in your chest as you pull the car to a screeching halt. the tires screaming against the cold, lonely asphalt. With a deep breath, you step out into the void, your eyes locking onto the Phantom Hitchhiker. The figure, shrouded in obscurity, stands still in the middle of the deserted road, its presence as chilling as the night itself. But you won't run, not anymore. The wind howls around you, the only sound in the oppressive silence. Your every instinct screams at you to flee, to escape this nightmare, but you've come too far, endured too much to let fear dictate your actions now. With a newfound courage, you march towards the figure, each step echoing your resolve. The figure remains motionless, a specter in the darkness, waiting. You face it head on, your heart pounding against your ribs. A confrontation with the unknown, a stand against the fear that has gripped you throughout this nightmarish drive. You demand answers, your voice echoing in the silent night. The figure remains silent for a moment, and then, in a voice as cold as the wind, it speaks. Its words, cryptic and chilling, reveal the truth of this terrifying night. You've been on a journey, not just through the winding roads, but through your own fears and anxieties. The realization hits you like a thunderbolt. This night, this drive, the Phantom Hitchhiker, it's all been a manifestation of your own fear. A fear you've now faced head-on, a fear you've now conquered. The figure fades away, swallowed by the darkness from which it emerged. You stand alone on the road, a sense of relief washing over you. You've faced your fears, stared into the abyss, and emerged victorious. With a final look at the now empty road, you return to your car. The engine roars to life, a comforting sound in the silence. You drive off, leaving the haunted road behind. As the sun rises, the road finally ends, the figure is gone. The terrifying night has been vanquished, replaced by the promise of a new day. You've escaped the night, not by running, but by confronting your fears. And with the dawn of a new day, you find the strength to move forward, unshackled by the fears of the past. As the terrifying experience ends, you're left with an eerie calm. The adrenaline that once pulsed through your veins is replaced by a chilling silence. The fear that gripped you, the unknown that held you captive, now recedes into the shadows. It's a strange tranquility, a quiet after the storm. In the depths of the night, the world had transformed into a stage for the unseen and the unheard. A simple drive had become a journey into the abyss, a dance with the supernatural. The road, once familiar, had twisted into an unfamiliar labyrinth, alive with phantoms and specters. But as the first rays of dawn pierce the night's veil, reality reasserts itself. Looking back, you realize the power of the human mind, its ability to conjure up horrors that lurk in the shadows, to breathe life into our deepest fears. The mind is a master storyteller, weaving tales of terror from the threads of the unknown. But it's also a fortress, a beacon of light in the darkest of nights, fighting off the unseen with courage and resilience. It's a testament to our inherent instinct to survive, to confront our fears and emerge victorious. In the face of the unknown, you discovered a strength you never knew you had. You faced the fear, the uncertainty, and you survived. It's a lesson, a reminder that even in the most terrifying circumstances, we have the power to overcome. These experiences, as chilling as they might be, are more than just tales of terror. They are stories of resilience, of the human spirit's indomitable will to survive. They remind us of the thrill that lies in the unknown, the excitement that comes with stepping out of our comfort zones, and the power we hold within ourselves. As you drive away, the haunted road in your rearview mirror, you carry with you more than just a terrifying memory. You carry a story, a testament to your courage, a reminder of your strength. You drive off, leaving the haunted road behind with a story to tell.